Yeah. And I really just had to snap my fingers, and one day I was like, this needs to change now. So that's when I really started doing my work. And once I started doing the work and really working on myself, that's when I was thinking like, fuck, I really hope my daughter never feels unworthy. Like, I really hope my daughter, because it took me to have like these 2 really hectic life experiences for me to be like, whoa, mental health is a thing. And it's like, it's not my parents' fault that they didn't grow up, you know, like us now, and knowing all this stuff and having access to all of this information and ways that we can make life better, or ways that you can work on your mind and your body and your soul and all that kind of stuff. Like, our parents just didn't know that.
No.
You know, they were taught to, boys don't cry, mothers, you know, do this, and like, you just do the dishes and shut up, and that's how it works. Like, that's your life. That's, you know.
Also, I think they came from, I was thinking about this morning randomly actually, that they came from such a generation that it was like, we fed you, we clothed you, you're good. Like, that was kind of like, that was parenting, you know? Like, it's such a different thing where we now have such a deeper context to, you know, the layered, you know, emotional support that you need to provide as a parent too.
Well, there's more things that you need to protect your children from now. Like, you know, there's this whole social media aspect. There's
I
like,
can't even imagine that.
Bullying, like all of that stuff, self-image, like all of that stuff is here now. So we're just kind of like adapting and growing. But I was thinking like, I just really don't want my daughter to ever feel alone. Like, I just want her to know, I want her to do the work earlier than what I've been doing the work. Like, I'm only 30 and I've just started, and there's a whole world out there for me. So I'm like, wow, imagine if she had that now. So that's what I did.
Yeah. And I love seeing the videos of not only her doing the affirmations, but also all the other kids that have the books doing the affirmations too. I was thinking about this morning as I was driving, and I was like, I can't imagine the impact that would have having that affirmation and that core belief about yourself at that age. Like, the difference that is going to make to the trajectory of their life, to, you know, these little, I'm like, I am strong, I am powerful, I am beautiful. I'm just like literally like crying in the background, because I know, you know, my whole work is basically supporting people that didn't have access to that as you know, at that age. So I can't even imagine having that belief about yourself at that age would be so like life altering to go even into school, like having that belief about yourself and having that
confidence.
And having that fortified before you meet some of the, you know, the schooling systems and different things that might try and threaten that. It's like, you've got that already. Like, there's little sponges. So it's so cool to see them like, and really truly believing it too. Like, I love seeing her in the mirror. Like, she's like, I am.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I am beautiful. I am strong. I'm smart. I'm worthy. Like, and it's so nice because it brings a tear to my eye. Like, I barely say that about myself. And imagine if I did, you know, but, it's really beautiful watching her really like use that as like her daily ritual now. And so many other kids do it as well. But it's even more beautiful because like, yes, they look really pretty to put in a nursery, but I think for the mums to kind of spend that 5 minutes or so reading those affirmations, it kind of like puts them, it makes them a little bit more mindful about, you know, what they're saying to their daughters or sons and how they're talking to them and how they're talking to themselves and all that kind of stuff as well. Like, I think we're kind of in a space now where we're helping build up more conscious parenting and more conscious parents, and we're more mindful about how we are about ourselves because we want our children to be the best versions of themselves. So like if I would never in front of Mila look at myself and go, I feel ugly, or, you know, anything like that, because, you know, I'm not ugly and I am happy and I am worthy and I am all of these things. And I don't want her to see me putting myself down, because then it just gives her a permission slip to put herself down. So
exactly. And I think that is so important to even, you know, I think, you know, as you were saying that, like, I was like, oh, you know, we do affirmations and things like that. But I think when you were reading them to your child, you probably would have that awareness of like, oh, I don't fully believe that one. You know? So it's like where your work would actually lie to do that too. And then you would probably be doing it with them, which would actually be really supportive to anchor that in for yourself as well. Yeah,
it's like subconscious brainwashing almost. So, which is great. Like that's the kind of brainwashing I want.
Literally. I love